record it.
Okay, everybody, welcome to another edition of Dr. Fantastic Interviews. I'm on the phone with Fred, and I'm live with Bob. And Fred has got some fantastic news to share with you all. So, Fred, take the floor. Tell us what you have.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. I'm going to explain what led me to it before I describe what it is, so you have a good understanding, which is everybody knows the reputation of cancer, obviously, and pancreatic cancer. And when I was 21 years old in 1976, I had pancreatic cancer. They gave me 3 weeks to live with no surgery, 3 to 6 months with surgery. And I did not agree with the treatments that they wanted to do. When I went to one of the comas, because my blood sugar levels went down to 6 on 8 different occasions, woke up and they did the surgery. They took out about 85-90% of the pancreas, the whole spleen, and I think part of the stomach, and we're still not too sure about that. But anyway, that was what they did. Then they wanted to give me the chemo and all that. And I said, no, I don't believe in that. That's toxic, and that's going to hurt me, not help me. Long story short, I had my surgeon, I had him test every mineral level in my body to see what the proportions were. And he investigated, because my background at that point was I just graduated as an architect. So doing reverse engineering, I wanted to know what caused my problem. So I had them test every single mineral in my body. Whatever I was low in, I took huge amounts, and my cancer was gone in 2 years. And they were like totally confused by what happened. So I went back to med school, studied to be a transplant surgeon, and as a result, I was showing that these people who are having failed organs, it's not because of a disease, it's because the body is minerally deprived and they're replacing it. That's why when they get a replacement organ, transplanted organ, it works wonderful, but after a while, it also dies off, and they have to do another transplant.
Well, no, Fred. Tell him about the brain dead guy. This is a fucking classic.
I was getting to that.
Okay,
let him talk.
Hey. Come on, Fred. Go ahead.
So, what happened was, but this part's important. So what happened is, I showed that I trained to be a transplant surgeon, and in med school, and I also taught chemistry lab. So with that, I told the patients, if you take all these particular minerals, because you're low on these particular minerals, that'll help you get better for your transplant. So what happened was they took it, and they found that their organs came back to normal function, and they did not need the transplant. And so what I was showing was these people who needed transplants were just minerally deprived, and nobody was looking at it. So I showed that by correcting the minerals back to the normal proportions to each other, they were able to restore their function and did not need any transplant. Now, moving forward, they threatened I was hurting their income, and they were going to pull my license when I got it. So I had to quit, and I went out on my own. Now, I was helping people here and there, and the person Bob's talking about,
so they fucking called the local fucking FDA.
So Bob, this guy, the son calls me up. His father's in the hospital, and he had 3 strokes, 2 heart attacks, and he was brain dead. So I told him, well, if he's brain dead, now he can run for president. So long story short, they put in a feeding tube, and they put in 4 scoops, actually 8 scoops a day, sometimes 10 scoops.
Yeah, you said 10.
To the feeding tube.
10.
And what happened was, in 4 days, the son calls me up. He goes, sorry, my dad's in trouble. I said, well, anything from brain dead is good. What happened? He said, well, he's pinching all the nurses. I said, well, he is from Madrid. So what happened was, 4 more days, my wife gets a phone call, and Caesar, the one who is brain dead, is talking to Laura. He goes, how you doing, Laura? And Laura said, oh, Caesar, who dials for you? He goes, oh, I know your number. Then 5 more days, he went home. And then 2 weeks later, the son's calling me that he and his father having lunch, in the kitchen. And 2 months later, he was driving like a normal person. And the doctors didn't want to hear about it. So long story short, it was many, many years until he was 84. And he had a fight with his girlfriend or something. And he stopped eating and starved himself to death. It was really a shame.
Fred, you missed the best fucking part of the story. Tell him what he told the son.
Oh, well, what happened was, I told the son while the father was brain dead, I said, tell him that because you're brain dead, you could run for president. And so I said, keep on telling him that. But once he comes out of that and he's back, coherent again, don't say anything and see if he remembers that. So what happened was that 2 weeks later, when he was having lunch with his father, he calls me up and he says, Fred, I was sitting here having lunch with my dad, and he looked right at me, and he looked at me and he goes, does this mean I can't run for president now? Which meant he heard everything he said
right.
while he was brain dead.
Checkmate.
And so it was pretty cool. And so, he was fascinated by this whole thing. And he did well. So what happened was I was helping people here and there, and what I'm showing is the doctors are looking at cancer as though it's an outside invader. And I'm showing the body makes it due to a particular mineral deficiency. And so with that, I correct the mineral profiles in the body with this formula. It's every mineral the body wants in the correct proportion. And therefore, it goes away, and I said that wrong. The minerals into the body corrects that electromagnetic field, because now all the minerals are in the correct proportion to each other. As a result, now it corrects the DNA information, which corrects the communication of how to make those cells. The previously made incorrect cells cannot survive in the corrected environment, and they just die off naturally. No surgery, no chemo, no nothing. And we're around about 40,000 people that we helped so far.
CMB, Christ means business, correct mineral balance.
So what happens is people with diabetes, that's all mineral deficiency. What happens is the body can't produce the insulin or release certain chemistries because the mineral deficiency doesn't let the neurological function communicate to do it. This corrects that, and in a couple of days, the sugar numbers start coming down. They can start weaning down on their medications with the doctors following them. And then typically we see, like in about a month, they're no longer taking any medications. They have normal blood sugars. They can eat sugar like anybody else with no problem.
No,
and so
drip of beer. There's no beer here.
I hear it.
So with this, we have.
What is that?
I gotta spill the beer.
So with all that, I'm showing that with cancer, we see. I've had one guy had colon, liver, kidney, lung, and brain cancer. 3 months, they have found no evidence. It's gone. And
this revolutionizes medicine. This fucking call right here is it. This is
so what happens is we've helped a lot of people. I don't charge any consultation fees. We do this because we're trying to keep people alive.
That's fantastic.
And
that's fantastic. A Dr. Fantastic says that fantastic. That means, Fred, it's fucking fantastic. I'm telling you. It is.
Well, Bob knows from his own experience with it.
Jesus. I'm telling you.
And I think you know
vision,
the story,
I'm
right?
The best thing, I'm telling you, Fred,
yep.
Aside from your vision getting better, you not having to eat, everything starts growing, you start losing weight like a mother, you start getting cut again. Aside from all that lovely stuff, you start chasing your wife around. Before I found mine, was a fucking whore from Babylon. You start chasing your wives around like you're fucking 18. And you're getting some trim for the first time in your life. It's Viagra on fucking steroids to the 50th
So
hour.
is it a product that's available now, Fred?
It is.
Oh, yeah. I created... What happened was I created the.
He's a city
Did you ever hear of the National
Fuck.
Cancer Research Foundation?
Well, that's going away, Fred. That's not what we're doing. Correct me.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, I created that in 1998. So what happened is I started making the formula in 1998, and so it's all word of mouth. I've never advertised, and the reason is also because people who come to me, they already know that it's going to work, so I don't have to try and prove myself.
Right.
Hey, Fred, what is the website? Real quick, we'll do the advertiser sponsor. What is the website to go to?
It means select.org.
And what's the other one, Fred something?
Select.org?
Right, O-R-G. Are
Okay.
you talking about the NCRF.org?
Where
Or
do
are
you
you
want
talking about
people
the-
to go? Just the two websites. You got that other good one on the Fred one. What's that one?
Right.
Well, Fred, let me tell you something.
No. Let him get this
Okay.
out. Tell him the
I'm
other
trying
one.
to figure out, wait, which ones you talking
The Fred
about?
with just got all the testimonials and all that shit.
Right, that's on both the NCRF.org,
That's
who
it.
has the testimonials, cancer and non-cancer conditions.
And it works in
and-
dogs too.
Well, Fred, I have an
40
app.
years to your warranty.
I have,
40 years
I have
to your
a
warranty.
website called Be Fantastic Today, and I have an app called Be Fantastic, and I like to endorse fantastic services, fantastic products, and it's an app for fantastic people.
You're gonna
So
like
I
this
would-
guy.
I
You're
would
gonna like
love
him,
to,
Fred. He's a good guy.
do a
Very
private
good guy.
label under the Dr. Fantastic label, or
Okay,
at least
that's
working
fine.
affiliate program with you. Bring the chocolate up here.
Right.
Share the fucking shit.
No, I'm the one that you
Okay,
gotta
great.
talk to. I got all those rights, but Fred and I work it out.
Okay.
We're all good.
Okay. I'm just telling you, you
Okay.
didn't know it before I just said it. So
Right,
go
okay.
to
Right.
Be Fantastic, Fred.
Fred, on
B-
live,
E-
on live
Where you
TV,
look at it.
he's trying to claim jump me on live TV. You heard it here, folks. Mr. Fantastic. He ain't so fucking fantastic, but you gotta watch this slippery son of a bitch. He ain't turn around, he's gonna fucking give you a reach around. Fuck.
Will you
Come on.
bring the bag up here?
Hey, whoa!
Bring
come
the bag
on.
up here.
God. Calm down.
Joe,
Okay.
I'm down,
Yeah.
old
you spilled the whole bag?
No.
This guy spilled a beer in my car.
I did not.
Made me get in a car wreck.
Your wife's gonna love me because you're gonna remind her of
And
fucking
they were smoking
high school.
cigarettes in
She's
here.
gonna get wet. I'm telling you, she's gonna remind her of
Yeah.
high school. I'm telling you.
Jesus.
Well,
These guys are
this
wrecked.
also helps-
Hey, Doug, you see this? He's beating up on me. I'm gonna have to call my mom and get some tissues.
Can you testify for this guy's validity, Fred?
Fred
Say that
asked him.
again?
He's saying, "Am I real?"
Is this guy real?
I'm not really sure.
Because he wants to buy the world.
Hey,
And
I'm sure. Yeah.
Hey, Fred,
Um,
who's helped you out so far? Come on.
Right,
Hello?
yeah, you have. The problem is you both are talking so much at the same time. I can't understand what anybody's saying.
Who's helped you out the most?
Bob has
how long have you known him?
since July.
In 600 feet, turn left.
Actually, what happened was Bob came to me because of his cancer, and he was pre-diabetic, and it cleared up in 5 weeks.
Now look at me. I love this shit, man. I can eat all this I want on this shit. But
Yeah,
diabetes,
and so what
the
happened is-
diabetes was gone. Fred, it was gone in like 1 month for me. Gone.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
The
about 5
alcohol
weeks.
addiction's gone. All the addiction's gone. Laser
Right.
focus, thought process, like on the 50th power, dude. I'm telling you, you're thinking the guy ahead of you could play 3D chess in 3D. You're seeing
Yeah.
everybody's moves so transparently. This guy was
Right.
supposed to be dead 42 years ago. Tell him about the Napoleon
43.
Napoleon Bonaparte story. You didn't tell that
Oh.
story. Come on, tell it. Come on. Come on.
Well, because of
Turn left.
If I turn left, where do I go?
Oh.
No, but what happened was I was
To a
getting
party
my
with me
upgraded
and we'll get
licenses
stoned.
in the World Trade Center bombing. I mean, I said that wrong. In the World Trade Center, and I was supposed
Blind
to go
sheep.
home. We finished,
The
and I
blind
was in the
sheep.
bombing.
First one, 93. Blind sheik.
Yeah.
The one that
So
didn't.
I had 47 fractures, 118 pieces of bomb shrapnel, broke both shoulders, left pelvis, ribcage was shattered, tore my spinal cord 2.5 inches, tore my kidney 4 inches, 11 herniated discs,
Ass whooping.
and I had another elbow done, and bones came through here and there. So I
Wow.
just told people I went there for lunch. We had a blast.
That's right,
and
Napoleon
my kid-
Bonaparte.
Yeah, my kids call me Napoleon Bonaparte.
Well, what people don't know, Fred, there was 5 bombs planted, not one. It wasn't one
Right.
big one in the bottom, and they were probably
Right.
designed to drop the one building into the second. That would have been maximum
That's
damage.
what they were trying to do. It didn't work.
And he was 5 feet from the third blast through him, 30 feet in the air.
Wow.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to walk again. He's walking. There are people
Yeah.
that were told they're going to go home and die. This guy here talking was 42 to 43. They told him he was done. That's 42 years ago. We know it has that much year warranty.
43.
43 years ago. He's supposed to be dead.
Wow.
Stage
Yeah.
4 pancreatic cancer cured. They have a 7%. They have a 7% cure rate.
No evidence. Because saying the word cured will get me in trouble.
Right.
I didn't mean that, Fred.
Right. So what we say is there's no evidence. And but if you know Don Henley from the Eagles band,
Yeah, I know.
right? Do you remember 7 years ago he was dying of liver cancer and then it cleared up?
Here's your man.
I'm the one who did it.
Tell him about
And
that.
I don't know if you know Dennis Rubenstein. He's one of the music managers for his band and a lot of the others out there.
In 2 miles,
He was dying of
take the
congestive
exit on
heart
the
failure,
right.
which just cleared it up, and he's the one who gave it to Don Henley.
Heart disease is done, dude. All that shit's over.
Well, heart disease is easy. The whole thing you have to analyze. What is heart disease? It's if you have a mineral deficiency, that means your electromagnetic fields are wrong because the proportions are wrong. So you're going to get incorrect
You're a medicine.
attraction repulsion, which is going to cause electronic shorts, and that's what they call a heart attack. That's all it is. I get people with heart problems. I get tons of them,
Yes, I do.
and they're fine.
Now this
They're
guy's
all the
just
medications and everything. High blood pressure, high cholesterol.
Fred. This guy has just
What?
figured out how I'm going to pay for all this shit. I said, I'm the one that's got the exclusive with you on anything to do with liquids. And any liquid, you know, you have a bottle, you should crack a lid, and then
Right.
it shakes it up.
So do we add this to water?
And if he ever sells
What's
it,
the
at first
delivery
right to-
method? Do we deliver this in a
It
glass of
comes-
water?
It comes on a bottle of water. He's got it in a powder. Okay, that's his deal.
Is this is a way? This is a way to
Listen,
keep
here's-
from getting cancer, right?
No, yes, listen to me. You
Well,
can't
just
say
as
that.
As a maintenance, right? Some people just take it as a maintenance to prevent other
Here's
issues.
all you do.
See?
I have a 1
I have
liter
not-
bottle. I have a 1 liter bottle. I fill it to 777 milliliters. John Heiser that ran Bear Paint Stain and Varnishes. That's color. They get those colors within
In
a
a half
thousandth
mile,
of a percent.
take
He does
the
same
exit
with
on the right.
minerals on the powder side for me. You have a cap. It's metal. The metal does not float. Can be no PET. It cannot float on a glass cap or even
Okay.
on a metal. It can be on aluminum.
Okay.
Once you crack the cap, the powder drops in. There's that void of water.
Ooh.
You shake it. You sit there. Now, there's a couple things you can do. You can put it into a Starbucks coffee cup and put the lid back on, and it gets the foam off.
Okay.
Or you can put it in a tea strainer and pull it because there'll be a little bit of foam where you can let it just
I've
sit
been looking
for
for a
few
cap
minutes.
like that for CBD.
Well, I've got the tea strainers work great, dude. So anyway, that's the whole thing. So that's when Fred just said he doesn't owe me anything. I've been paying money right now. We're getting ready to move a large
Take the
portion
exit on the right.
to the Fiji. It
Then
saves so many
keep
people
right
in
at the
Fiji
fork.
from dying. They have the highest incidence of diabetes and obesity in the world. We're going to cure the entire.
So
freaking
Fred, so
country,
far,
and the world
since you've
comes
known
running.
this character here, he's been delivering, huh?
Okay.
I deliver.
Well, no, I want
Yep.
Fred to say it.
keep
Yeah,
right at the
He
fork.
delivered at the feet. I brought 130 containers.
I'm sorry?
Oh, total, we're taking it. But from what? Hold on 1 second. What?
I pay for his.
Okay, hold on. I have to call you back.
All right, Fred.
Call you back in a couple of minutes.
No
Yeah,
worries.
That's fine.
Okay.
Thanks, Fred.
Hi,
Okay,
Laura.
I'll call you right back.
Everybody, select.org.
All right. Hi, Laura.
I have to call you back later. I have to call
Okay,
you back right now.
okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
There you have it, everybody. We just
Fred
coming out.
Eichhorn. Eichhorn. Fred Eichhorn. He is the man.
And Bob is the conduit, and we're all going to have some
We're gonna have a
fantastic
party.
product for you.
Fucking Viagra, I would go short on the stock right frickin' now, boys. That's your fucking move, I'm telling
There
you.
you go.